What's going on, everyone? We're back with a brand new video. In today's edition of Crazy Things That Ex-Players Say, we've got a doozy from Mr. Rasheed Wallace. And so, without further ado, because people were saying on the last video I was rambling, so I learned I won't ramble. I'll just let you hear what Rasheed Wallace had to say about one Mr. Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Mike wasn't all that good of a defender.
10 all defensive teams. That Mike was doing.
All that's NBA. Yeah, we like Mike. We gonna put him up there. I'm talking about being out there. I seen this get his ass bust where he couldn't stop against J.R. Ryder. He had problems against Clyde Drexler. Don't forget the early Joe Dumars. And I'm not saying that he didn't play defense. I'm just saying that his defense wasn't as high as most other cats at that time. I couldn't put him on like 10 or 11 consecutive first team all defensive joints, dog.
Look, I like Rasheed Wallace. I liked him as a player. Dude was a beast. I think he had over 16,000 points, and it could have been easily 20,000 or more, but he was just that unselfish of a player. You know, a lot of his teammates was like, he was too unselfish. He was really a team guy. But, so I don't want to make it seem like, you know, somebody is saying something I'm disagreeing with and I'm just trashing him. But even with basketball and opinions, there are some things, even amongst opinions, that are just demonstrably false. And to say that Michael Jordan was not that good of a defender is demonstrably and categorically false. You know, the 9 all-defensive first team aside, just take that out. As I'm a Bulls fan, so I watched nearly every game of his career, and even with the Wizards, Michael Jordan was a hell of a defender. And for him to say, "Well, I saw Joe Dumars bust him up early on," so let's take a look. Here's something I want to read off to you all. Let's see here. Joe Dumars. Let's see here. They played 70 seasons, 48 in the regular season, and 22 playoff games. And I'm speaking of him and Jordan. Now, Joe Dumars against Michael Jordan averaged 15.2 points, 2 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.1 blocks. Michael Jordan averaged 30.7 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 2.2 steals, and 0.8 blocks. Now, here's some of the games, because he said early on. So I'm going to go, let's see, 88, 89. He said early. So I'm going to read off some of these early games. Their first meeting, Joe Dumars, 4 points, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 fouls, and he only played 10 minutes, so this kind of skews the numbers. Michael Jordan, 33 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. He have 6 turnovers. Bulls win 121-118. November the 7th, 1986. Is that the same game? The stats were almost. Joe Dumars, 8 points, 4 assists, 3 steals in 33 minutes. Michael Jordan, 33 points, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, and he shot 11 of 26. Joe Dumars was 2 of 8. January the 3rd, 1987. Joe Dumars, 13 points. Michael Jordan, 47 points. February the 1st, 1987. Joe Dumars, 14 points. Michael Jordan, 38 points. March the 4th, 1987. Joe Dumars, 19 points. Michael Jordan, 61 points. March the 13th, 1987. Joe Dumars, 15 points. Michael Jordan, 24 points. April the 7th, 1987. Joe Dumars, 10 points. Michael Jordan, 39 points. I'm just going through, let's see, I'm going to do a couple more. And just to illustrate my point, November the 21st, 1987. Joe Dumars, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Grant, he only played 20 minutes. And this game went into overtime. The Pistons did win. Michael Jordan, 49 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals, and a block. So he was, 17 of 38. December 15th, 1987. Another Pistons win. They won 127-123. Joe Dumars, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists in 43 minutes. Michael Jordan, 38 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 steals, a block. He actually fouled out. 50 minutes, 38 points. Let's see. January 16th, 1988. Joe Dumars, 8 points. 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Michael Jordan, 36 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks. I think I've proven my point here. The highest, and I can keep going. The highest scoring game that Joe D had against MJ was, I'm looking through all of them. He had 31 points. I believe that was when I looked through this earlier. Yeah. 31 points on, what day was that? Let me scroll back up. On May the 22nd, 1990. He had 31 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. He was 12 of 19 from the floor. Jordan had 20 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 1 block, and he was 5 of 16 from the floor. So I'm not sure exactly what game, and I know sometimes stats don't tell the whole story, but I just wanted to kind of just use that to refute what he's saying, and because and here's the other thing, because there's a couple others that I want to get to, and I do want to brief, because here's the thing: if you're playing against great players, even if you're a great defender, at some point a great player is going to be great, and they're going to do what they do, and even being a Jordan fan, I don't subscribe to the narrative, because I've seen that he just stamped through the league and nobody ever scored on him or crossed him up or anything like that, and that's just not true. So I wanted to kind of clear that up. Let's see. He said Clyde Drexler. That's the other name he said. So let's see here. Let's take a look at a quick comparison between MJ and Clyde. They played 23 times, 17 regular season matchups, 6 in the playoffs. MJ won 14 of the 23, and career head-to-head, Clyde Drexler averaged 23.9 points, 6.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 2.1 steals, 0.7 blocks. Michael Jordan, 34.9 points, 6.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists, 2.4 steals, and 0.7 blocks. Their game high, Clyde's high against MJ was 42 points. Michael's was 53 points. I'm going to go through a couple of these games because there's so many. Let's see, November 24th, 1984. This was their first meeting. The Trailblazers won 141-131. Clyde had 19 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals in 22 minutes. Shot 7 of 14 from the floor. Michael Jordan scored 30 points, 6 rebounds, had 8 assists, 3 steals, a block in 41 minutes, and he shot 10 of 24 from the floor. Next meeting was on January 22nd, 1985. A 123-115 victory for the Chicago Bulls. Clyde had 23 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. In 28 minutes, shooting 10 of 20 from the floor. MJ had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Let's see, in 39 minutes on 11 of 20 shooting. Let's see here. I can do a couple. The January 8th, 1987, a 121-117 win for the Bulls. Michael Jordan. Let me start with Clyde. Clyde had 23 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals in 33 minutes, shooting 10 of 19 from the floor. Michael Jordan had 53 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks in 43 minutes, shooting 20 of 34 from the floor. Their next meeting that same season, a 115-113 win for the Blazers. Clyde had 23 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists on 8 of 18 shooting in 39 minutes. MJ had 46 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 4 steals in 43 minutes, and he shot 14 of 25 from the floor. And I'm looking, the only real, I would say, subpar game from MJ was November 22nd, 1989, in terms of numbers. He had 16 points, 7 assists. He was 5 of 13 from the floor in 36 minutes. 110-121 loss to the Blazers. Clyde had 19 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists in 38 minutes, and he shot 8 of 17 from the floor. So he said, well, Clyde gave him some problems, and Clyde had his fair share of games, of good games, but MJ seemed to get the edge on him more times than not. And just like I said earlier, Clyde's a Hall of Fame player, so it's not like you're going to score 30 on a guy and he's going to score 4. And the last he said was J.R. Rider, and those of you obviously familiar with that name. So I'm just going to go with some of the games that he had against Michael Jordan. It was only 5. I only matched up 5 times. In those 5 matchups, J.R. Rider averaged 23.8 points, 5.4 rebounds, 2.8 assists in 5 games. His high being 20. Well, he scored 29 points twice. Actually, the 29 came in their first meeting, February the 16th, 1996. Scored 29 points in 36 minutes on 11 of 24 shooting. And then in their second to last meeting in the 98 season, when he was with the Blazers, scored 29 points in 45 minutes on 11 of 22 from the floor. He also had 7 assists and 9 rebounds and a steal. Let me see. I'm going to look up, see what Jordan did against, J.R. Rider. He averaged 33.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, 5.4 rebounds and 4 assists in those same 5 games. He scored 35, 35, 36, 29, and 33 against Mr. Ryder. So again, these ex-players, these announcers are figuring out. I don't like to say figuring out, but they figure out ways to take pot shots at Jordan, seemingly for no reason. And said we watched, and even like I said, even with the Wizards, he was still definitely above average defender, even at that advanced age, and with the knee issues that he had. You can all point to that game against Vince Carter. And Vince Carter was kicking their ass in the first half. And then MJ got on him and turned his water off in the second half. And so, you have those types of games. And I mean, the best defender, if you're playing against top flight players, they're going to score on you. So, love Sheed to death, but no, he's out of base and out of pocket with this one. Hopefully, the media arm of LeClutch Sports has not got to him and slipping him something in the back pocket, hopefully. But yeah, I said, when I saw that video, I was like, oh, I got to say something about this, because this is not wrong. This is not right, I should say. And so many of us who watch the game, we're defenders and protectors of the history, the legacy of the game, and we cannot allow these narratives to rewrite what we all saw and experienced. So that's all I've got. Let us know what you think of what Mr. Rasheed Wallace had to say. Do you think he was off base? Do you think there was some validity, some merit to what he had to say? Let us know in the comment section. And as always, appreciate you spending a few moments with us. Take care. Tell the ones that you love them, you love them. We'll be back with more videos real soon. Peace.